Good morning. I don't think I've done an update yet today. What has happened? A lot. A lot. It's welcome to a new reading vlog. It's Monday, October 21st. Fuck, it's October. It's currently 1:15. Food on its way. I'm trying to edit my vlog. We've had a broken toilet that I helped my landlord fix this morning. I haven't showered yet because I was doing that. I have washing I've got to put out. It's a whole deal. I might put the washing out in a minute though, while this is charging. Anyway, I also DNF'd an audiobook, but I think I'm going to keep the book and try to get in physical form. So I was listening to the Disturbed Girls Dictionary by Nonika Ramos, and it's written in a very, like, I don't want to say hood because that's not the right word. Like, that's really offensive. But like a lot of slang usage, and it's meant to represent that she's kind of like, they're having a family breakdown and her brother's like in the system, in the foster system, and her school classifies her as disturbed, and so her language reflects her social status really in that regard. But I was really struggling with it on audiobook. Normally I listen to things on 2x speed. I dropped it down to 1.8 and I could understand each individual word, but I was having trouble pulling apart meaning. I think because I needed to be able to like flick back and reflect on how it worked in sentences and stuff, and it was just really hard to do on audio. I wasn't enjoying it. I was dreading turning it on, so I just decided to DNF it for now. It's going to go back on my shelf and I'm going to try reading it physically probably next year, because I think it will be a really important and fascinating read, but I just could not handle the audiobook. It just was not working for me. I think I need to be able to, like, maybe if I could stand listening to audiobooks on 1 speed, I would have the time to pass out meaning. But I'm Australian. We talk and speak like to each other, so we listen fast. And to me, like, 1 point speed on an audiobook is slower than an Australian speaks at a presentation. Like, you know, when they're telling you, like in school, slow down so everyone can understand you. You speak fast if you're presenting, so be really slow and clear. That's like 1.5 speed for an audiobook in Australian. I swear, like a 1 speed audiobook, I can like repeat that word 5 times in my head before they hit the next word. Like, I can't cope. It drags on so much. I can't do it in my head. But I'm Australian. We talk fast. You see, we talk fast. So, can't do that. But it also means I'm having a real hard time understanding it. So I'm just going to try physically, where it's going to be much easier to do. So I have picked up The Turn of the Key as my next audiobook. And I've listened to like 5 minutes. But I then had to go clean and fix the toilet. So we haven't continued. But I'm going to go put out washing soon. So maybe then. You girl had a bath, so my hair's wet again. Hopefully it dries alright overnight. It feels like gross in the morning, but we can always put some more serum in it once it's dry and see how that goes. Jessie's practicing piano. What have I read today? Today was kind of a busy day because my landlord's coming, helping me fix the toilet. I also did some other stuff around the house. So I was helping them. I edited and uploaded last week's vlog. I cooked healthy dinner. Healthy-ish. It was covered in garlic butter, but it was delicious. I did finish a section of Treason of Thorns, and I feel like it's starting to really settle in. I think it took a bit longer than some of the others to really get to, like, I still don't quite know where the end game is going, but I feel like we're like a chapter away from knowing that. Like, it's getting close. This is the thing that I commonly find is a problem, and I think I've talked about in other vlogs, but I need, like, my ideal scenario for a book would be like a chapter to set up the world and the characters, and then I want to know kind of our end goal immediately after that. That's kind of a driver for me going through the book, but I'm like a third of the way through this and I feel like I don't quite understand our main character's end goal. Like, she's got some interim goals, but that there are, like, without her end goal in mind, there were solutions to the problem that could have easily avoided everything. At any rate, I'm now working on Caster, and I got another like chapter or so to go. I was working on this in the bath, and I'm also really enjoying it. This got to the point a lot sooner, but I'm interested to see what the next kind of like inciting incident twist is, but we have already had one. So I'm excited to see where it goes from there. And then it's currently 9:30. I'm gonna try and finish this as soon as I can, like as quickly as I can, and then also read a section of Tunnel of Bones, because we need to chop, but yeah, it was pretty busy today, so didn't get that much reading done. April and I did have a little reading date. It was only for like an hour or so, which is when I read like this. But yeah, then otherwise I was, yeah, like shopping, cooking, helping my landlord. It was just one of those days. Oh, and like booking stuff for my trip at the end of the week. Oh, I don't think I mentioned at the start of this vlog. This vlog's going to be a kind of short vlog, but it'll be going up late. I'm going to cut it a little short, and then next week's vlog, oh, maybe because I'm going to be uploading so late, I might not. It's going to be a late upload no matter what. I'm away from Saturday to Wednesday. I'm not going to be editing and uploading while I'm away. So, might just cut it at Sunday. We'll see kind of how the like life naturally ends there. Otherwise it might be a short vlog or a long vlog based on my trip. But yeah, we might do a short vlog and then an end of the month vlog, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. End of sims-a-thon, end of the month vlog. Anyway, yeah, it's like 2 vlogs for the next like week and a half, and then like a weekend vlog maybe for the start of November. I'm still real tempted to do NaNoWriMo. Really tempted. I'm really tempted. Okay, I just finished the section of Caster, and then I'm gonna go to bed now. I just wanted to say I'm enjoying this, and things are definitely starting to pick up. But both in this and in A Treason of Thorns, I'm noticing that, like, I don't think it's the characters are childish or immature or not behaving like teenagers or anything like that. It's more of a, like, based on the information. Okay, no, I don't know how to describe it better. I'm not describing myself well. So Susan Dennett has like these blogs about how to write, like writing craft blogs, and she talks about how every character's action should be a consequence of everything that's come before and the goal or motivation. So it should be like a combo of that. So it should be your history of what you know, and what's happened to you previously, as well as what you're trying to achieve. And every character should be like adhering to that rule, because that's how things happen in real life, and it's especially true for driving plot. So your actions should make sense based on what you know and what you're trying to achieve. I feel like just the writing of both of these books has just failed in some way for me to either understand what they're trying to achieve, or are key things missing in their history for me to, and like what they know, for me to understand why they're making decisions. So in this case of A Treason of Thorns, our main character, in this world there's these houses that are like alive, I guess, kind of, and they have this magic, and it needs to be channeled into the world and into itself to keep it like under control. Otherwise it runs rampant and dangerous. And so there's caretakers of the house that are essentially in charge of like channeling that magic safely, and they have keys that help them do that, causing themselves personal danger. But otherwise, if they don't have a key, they take on, like, as they channel the magic, it turns to mortar in their body and kills them. So her father was the caretaker and the previous caretaker, but the king who holds the deed to the house he was trying to steal the deed. And so the king got him for for treason, and essentially gave him a death sentence where he's stuck in the house without his key. So he has to channel the house's magic until he dies, essentially. And now she's come back, and basically her motivation is just to make the house well, like good, healthy, happy. But the king's not giving her the key. He's wanting the house razed to the ground or a new caretaker put in, but the house is rejecting other caretakers. But she just wants to see the house happy and healthy. And she's made a few things that I'm like, well, if you had have done that, that would have made the house happy and healthy based on what I have understood. But you didn't do that for some reason. There's a few instances like that where things are like, why are you not doing this that would have been fine? In Caster, our main character, so the magic system has two kind of like sets of magic, full magic and leftover magic. Leftover magic doesn't cost any physical harm to you or the earth to use in its little things. And then some people can use full magic, which causes physical harm to your person and then to the earth. But that's kind of like a dying breed. But like she just stumbled across kind of got led to an underground fighting pit. She doesn't understand how they fight, the rules, who's involved, how it works, what it's to the death, to winning, who knows. She doesn't know how to fight in this. But she's like, sign me the fuck up. I just don't understand, like, there was nothing requiring her to sign up. Like, she didn't have a situation where someone was saying, what are you doing down here? Are you a fighter? You can't be here if you're not a fighter. Like, she didn't have the reasoning of why that was the course of action that you would take. And to me, no logical person in any scenario would go, I know nothing about what's happening. Sign me the fuck up. It's just not, like, I don't even think that's a, like, adult thing. Like, even as a teenager, I don't think anyone would do that. Not without, like, at least somebody putting pressure on. And there, as far as I could tell, there was no one even putting pressure on her other than herself being in this scenario she wasn't familiar with. Which, to me, the logical and common response to that should be to sit back and not participate and join in because you're trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. Not, let's jump in wholeheartedly in case someone who's not even looking for me spots me and wonders what I'm doing here. Even though there's a betting system in place and obviously not everyone's participating. But she's like, gotta participate or they'll figure out I'm a phony. No, there was no indication of that. I don't, like, it just missed, it could have just had some kind of indication that they were gonna know she was a phony if she didn't participate. Or some other kind of, like, push to get her to participate. Just wasn't there. It just didn't make sense to me. But anyway, section is over. She's about to fight. Exciting. I'm gonna go to bed now, but tomorrow I'll start on all the bones. I'm not as far through as with everything as I wanted to be by this point, seeing as I want to have finished everything by Friday so I can go away with fresh books. But we'll see. We'll try and read a lot tomorrow. How about that? Oh, the smudge on my glasses is so real. I can hardly even tell if I'm in focus. I mean, I'm not in focus, but my glasses are so smudged. I need to clean them. Hi. It's Tuesday morning. Currently watching Whitney's vlog, and I have this on my lap, but I haven't even read a single page. I've just eaten breakfast. I do need to go into work for a bit today because I didn't go in yesterday because my landlord was here. So I need to go in and do a few things. Yeah. What else? I currently have washing on, so I'm going to go, like, change, take stuff off the line, put stuff on the line, that kind of thing before I go. Gotta do my work, right? Try and read a little bit, depending on if the wash is already done. It might already be done. Not sure. I popped it on before I made breakfast. My wrist is aching for no reason. I don't know whether it's this rash. So I'm pretty sure I came down in hives, but I do like eczema, psoriasis kind of stuff anyway on my hands. And so what was hives has now turned proper rash. Don't know if it's still hives or just rash. And it's less itchy today, but like I have a bone deep ache in my wrist. Like it's mild, like it's not like so painful I want to take painkillers, but like it's very present and there, and I'm like, yeah, that's the noise. I better keep moving, better get dressed, go do this washing, go live my life, go to work. But I am hoping to get through today. Goals, 2 sections of this, but I'll do that one, read everything else, come back. That's the goal. A section of this and a section of this. Achievable, depends how long I end up at work. But let's go team. So I'm back home from work. I just had some sushi, probably still in my teeth. I picked up some stuff from the library. My order books still haven't arrived yet, so that'll arrive with an afternoon shipment. But I got some graphic novels from the library, so I picked up Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell. I don't really know why. I don't want to support Rainbow Rowell because it's a true example of problematic author, let alone problematic content, though this apparently is not as problematic on content as Eleanor and Park. I don't know. So I'm getting it from my library. I'd never buy it anyway. See what I think. But yeah, grain of salt. Grain of salt. I'm not the biggest Rainbow Rowell fan anymore. But it's spoopy vibes. I'll probably try and prioritize this before the end of the month. Read it. It'll take me 10 minutes. The other thing I got was the first 3 volumes of Sunstone. So we have volume 1, volume 2, and volume 3 by Stepan Zajic. I'm gonna say Zajic. It wouldn't be a J. It's not. It's Stepan with a Y, because I'm guessing he's Slavic. If he is like Croatian, I'm gonna ask Jesse how to pronounce his surname. Jesse's grandfather's name is Stepan, so I know how to pronounce that. It's like the Slavic version of Steven. Yeah, he's Croatian. How do we pronounce his surname? Zajic? Oh, it's Zish. How does one pronounce? It's gonna be something I can hardly do with my mouth. Part of my problem with like Slavic stuff is I can't make half the sounds. Zish. Oh, is my sound not up?
Shage. Shage.
Shage. There we go. Stepan Shage. Yeah, the closest my mouth can pronounce. But that was from someone from Bosnia and Herzegovina, as best as I can pronounce.
Shage.
So they would have the right accent. So it's that. At least Jesse has an easy to pronounce surname, in my opinion. But apparently it's like more Italian than Croatian anyway. It's like the Croatian spelling of an Italian name. But yeah, so I got the volume 1, 2, oh, that was 3. 1, 2, 3 of that. I'm very demisexual. We'll see how I go with these. They sound theoretically good. But if the relationship isn't built well, I might be very cringe on it. If I don't enjoy the first one, I will probably pass it on to Jessie to read. It is also very sexy times, so if that's something you struggle with or you're too young for that, it's a BDSM graphic novel. Go in prepared. But I'm interested to see how it goes. Okay, so I'm currently working on A Treason of Thorns. I just wanted to stop and chat for a minute about the characters, because I think that's why I'm not connecting well with this story. And it's primarily around that the characters don't seem to have personality strongly embedded in something. You feel like a personality is a combination of like your history, but also your way of looking at things, your biology, I don't know. And then like reveals itself in your actions and the things you decide to do in response to stuff and the way you engage with other people, right? Right. I just don't understand how I guess our two main characters primarily, and then because we see their interactions with other characters, how they also work. The villain, like the antagonist, is very mustache twirly. I don't get why. He's such a hard ass. The main character is like, she makes decisions that I can't comprehend. And then the secondary character, the like maybe love interest, I don't know. I'm sensing not much chemistry between them. They're more like brother and sister than romantic love interest, but you never know. He's also very like, I don't understand him. I can't comprehend him at all, and I can't comprehend her behavior towards him and how they interact. I just don't understand it. Like, I'm reading for the sake of reading. I think the world is fascinating. The house as a character is great. The magic system is really cool. But the characters just behave in weird ways. It's weird.
It's not a marinade because you're not letting the scallops sit. Just calm down. I have bamboo skewers. These have been soaked. They've been soaking in water. I think we did like at least 6 hours, 12 hours. I don't know. We'll find out.
So did I tell y'all that I finished my second section of Tunnel of Bones for the day? And it's like, I don't know, like 7:30. I have work at 10. I'm basically home alone for the night because Jesse has rehearsal. Brayden's having dinner with his mom. I am like, I've eaten my dinner already. I'm chill out. So I am very confident that before I go to work, I can have the next section of A Treason of Thorns read. And then I will maybe even have started the next section of Caster, but I will at least be able to take this to work with me. Actually, no, you know what? We're going to finish the section of A Treason of Thorns. And then read some Harry Potter. And take Caster and Tunnel of Bones with me to work. And it's fully achievable for me to read a whole nother section of this today. Look at me go! Good morning. It is Wednesday afternoon. It's not even morning. I got a couple of packages in the mail. It's not everything that I was expecting. There was some of it, so let's get this bad boy open. Oh, this is not working. Alright, there we go. So, this is, next one might arrive tomorrow actually. This is Not Even Bones by Rebecca Schaefer. This is, essentially, it's like a dark, speculative fiction, dystopian kind of thing, so, or paranormal. So it says, Nita doesn't murder supernatural beings and sell their body parts on the internet. Her mother does that. Nita just dissects the bodies after they've been acquired, until her mum brings home a live specimen and orders Nita to start cutting off pieces. Dissecting a teenage boy who won't stop begging for help is a step too far, and Nita wants out. So apparently it has a lot of like dark, morally grey characters, and I'm Really excited for this. Oh, and the bookmark's cute. Yes. I might have to put you down to open the other one. And the other book I got is Daughters of Nri by Rini K. Amayo, which is an African, obviously, inspired fantasy. There's a war, twins separated at birth, goddesses who grow up believing that they are human, and they're on a path back to each other. So there's Nala and Sinai. One lives in the palace, one lives in a village. They share the same blood, the same face, and possess the same unspoken magic, thought to have vanished years ago, the lost gods. I'm just... this looks so good. Like, yes. And it's like decently floppy, which I'm excited about because I was a bit scared it was going to be not floppy at all. But it's decently floppy and I'm excited. Good morning. It is Thursday morning. I'm actually up earlier than I have been like in weeks because I have a work meeting that I have to go to first thing. I don't think I updated you at all yesterday, but I got home from work around lunchtime. Jessie and I went in together. So I had a job interview. I bought some stuff for going away on the trip this weekend. But I did read a section of... I finished the section of Castor I was reading when Tuesday night. I read a section of Tunnel of Bones. And I somehow finished a section of Treason of Thorns, even though it was literally like 10:45 and I was falling asleep. But I did it. I did it. But I also spent a while with April on FaceTime as her support friend, and we were just hanging out, so we didn't really read much. I watched a lot of car crash compilations. And then we had fish and chips for dinner. We went and drove past some potential houses we're looking at maybe renting if we get approved. We do still have to like look through them, but we're sussing out like where they are in relation to stuff we use. And then Jesse and I ended up watching some of One Man, Two Governors. So yeah, because he's going to be in that, so we'll watch it. So right now I'm watching Books and Lola's new vlog that just went up overnight, and I'm going to try and read today 2 sections of Castor and 1 section of the other 2 things, plus maybe a bit of Harry Potter. But tonight we are going to Jesse's hometown and he's doing a gig, so we gotta go do that. So I gotta get all my reading done during the day. Hey, I'm back from work. I haven't read anything yet. It is now almost 2 o'clock. I ate some food. I patted Sissy for like 10 minutes. And now I'm gonna crack in to reading because I have to get on that. I also wanted to like, I was gonna say nugget my shoes, by which I mean shine my shoes like with polish, but I can't find my nugget anywhere. The polish to do that. So that might not get done. But I guess I did buy sandals yesterday to wear at this conference on the weekend. So I have professionally shoes. I don't have to be wearing my boots every day. Meaning, my boots can be scuffed and be fine, right? Good morning, it's Friday morning. I think I forgot to update you last night because I kind of came home and crashed. But we went to Jesse's show last night. I'll insert footage here. And I'll link you to his music channel if you feel like it. There's some old shit on there. But I did, in the afternoon, finish Tunnel of Bones by Victoria Schwab. I just powered through and read 2 sections of this because I was enjoying it and things were happening and it was easy. And that was what I was in the mood for. So I did do that last night. Overall, the series is like a 3-star read for me, but an enjoyable 3-star read. Like, I had a good time reading it. It's just and I think it definitely serves a purpose. It's a really good like, I would have loved it when I was 12. Like, I fully understand that. And in fact, it's probably actually a 4-star. It's probably a 4-star. I just think, compared to other middle grades, it doesn't have as much of an emotional resonance. It's more fun. That makes sense. We'll call it like a 3.5, 4 stars, because it's really fun. It just doesn't have as much emotional depth or resonance as other middle grades have. Well, some other middle grades have. But I think it would be really fun if you have preteens in your life. Definitely send this their way, because I think they will love it. So today is the final day before I leave on my trip. So I want to try and get both of the books read, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. So we have 2 sections left in both A Treason of Thorns and in Caster. I'm gonna work on A Treason of Thorns first. I might try and read both sections right through, so we'll at least only have one thing left, and I have a bit of spare room in my suitcase. So it's not like I can't take it with me. But yeah, I should go have some breakfast, wash my hair, get dressed, good things like that. So I'm back from work. It's like almost 3 o'clock. I'm very confident that I'm not going to get cast to finish today, so I might be reading it on the plane tomorrow. It's fine. It's a 4-hour flight. Plenty of time to read. I'm definitely going to try and finish Treason of Thorns though, so we're lowering our goals, because tonight we're going to watch Drag Race UK, and then we're going to finish watching One Man, Two Governors, which we were watching the other night, so we're going to finish that. So it's going to take up time. I don't want to go to bed too late, but before I left for work, while my camera was charging, so I didn't talk to you about it then. I don't know whether that finished, so I'll have to look. I got 2 things in the mail, which are things I've been waiting on, and I can't remember if I've just complained to April or complained to the vlog, but I've been like, oh, why haven't they arrived yet? And they are Missing Presumed Dead by Emma Berquist, which was my LGBTQ plus reads pick for October. And this is a ghost fantasy queer story. It says, I couldn't stop her murder, now she wants revenge. So we follow Lexi, who can see how people will die, and then she kind of falls for Jane, and she figures out how Jane's gonna die, but she was murdered, and Jane's now out for revenge, and Lexi's going to help her with it. Plot of this sounds great. And I also picked up The Last True Poets of the Sea by Julia Drake. This is a contemporary, I believe. My cats are going crazy. Madeline Miller blurbed it. It says, the Larkin family isn't just lucky, they persevere. So a boat sank off the coast of Maine, and their great-great-grandmother didn't drown. She swam short, fell in love, and founded this small town. But wreck seems to run in the family. So I don't know whether it's a magical realism. I'm kind of hoping it is, but this cover is stunning. Absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to read this. Okay, so I've almost finished the second last section of A Treason of Thorns, and I'm continually stuck on, throughout this book, the pacing, decision making of character motivations. I don't understand at all, and it's really bringing this book down. Like, this is going to be like a 3.5 star book. Things I like: atmosphere. I kind of like the magic system. I wish it was had more rules, I guess. It's really free to the point that it's confusing, and I don't understand. It makes me not understand how plot develops, because I don't understand the restraints of the magic system. They're there, but they're not well explained. I kind of like the characters, but their motivations are done so haphazardly, and their pacing and decision making is done so haphazardly that the character building seems to come out of nowhere, and I'm just confused. Ugh. Overall, it's confusing, and it's 100% a motivations issue. Things happen that I just don't, the dominoes don't make sense to me. So like, when things should be big and ramping up and pacing, and every single moment should lead into the next moment, there's weird gaps, and I don't understand. Like, we should have this big build up currently when I'm currently reading, and they're stopping to have a chill dinner. I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, I'm gonna go finish it, but I don't think my opinion's gonna change in the last 50 pages. Okay, so I just finished A Chosen of Thorns. And yes, I think it's like a 3.75 4-star read. The ending was really solid, but this 100%. So I always say I don't mind a magic system that's underexplained. Like, I don't mind a bit of mystery to my magic system, but it has to be the kind of mystery where there still feels like there's rules and restrictions and that I can somewhat comprehend them. I don't need to know like all the science behind a magic system, but I like to know there's rules even if I don't know all of them. This felt really unruled, if that makes sense. It's a very wild magic system, and it was weird. And I 100% think the plotting wasn't as strong as it could be. Just the dominoes didn't fall super neatly. Not neat as in like, oh, that tied up too easily, but like there are a lot of moments where something changed on nothing, or you didn't really have that because of the previous action, this is what happens next kind of thing. Like, they didn't line up well, so the emotional dominoes weren't really falling in this, which is just a shame because there were so many great elements, but that just kind of let it down for me. But I do think some people really like this. I guess just on how strong you need your dominoes to be. Like, my favourite books have almost that sense of the inevitable, as in, because of all these things that have happened before, this might not be the ideal choice, but it's the only choice, if that makes sense, between characterization and history and everything. This is the inevitable only option, you know what I mean? That really drives a plot forward for me and builds tension, and this didn't have that. There were so many times I was like, well, why don't you just do this? And either I missed something that meant that that wasn't possible, or we just weren't constrained enough for it to feel like this course of action was the only appropriate course of action. I don't know. Weird. But anyway, I think I'm going to wrap this vlog up here, because I'm flying out tomorrow morning and we're going to do a travel vlog that's probably going to be pretty short because we're probably going to forget to vlog so much of it. But I will try and get some cool montage footage to put together a little travel vlog for you for the next like 5 days that I'm away. 5 or 6 days. But yeah, that's a wrap on this short weekly reading vlog that'll be going up super late. But I hope you enjoyed Sims-a-thon, because by the time this comes up, Sims-a-thon will be like practically over, but like travel vlog will also be the end of Sims-a-thon. But I hope you had a good Sims-a-thon. Let me know if you have read any of these books that I read this week and want to chat about them. And otherwise, I'll see you soon in another video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!